It's day 3 here at the MIRW International Race Week, and after what was a long night for most of the boats yesterday, with the last team finishing 2 hours after midnight, there was a much-needed chance to regroup and prepare for the second coastal race that took place today. Yet again, the competitors were treated to sunny conditions, accompanied by some serious heat in the MIRW Gulf, as the 180-strong fleet gathered at the starting line. Unlike the previous 2 days, the presence of the sun didn't mean an absence of wind, and much to everyone's delight, there was a good breeze early on in the day. Seizing the opportunity, the race committee wasted no time in getting racing started. Following the same procedure as yesterday, the smaller divisions started first, with the bigger ones following. As was also the case yesterday, the pin end of the start line was favoured by most of the teams. However, in the IRC 1 division, Boreas and Mademoiselle managed to get the best start by setting off from the middle of the line. Their lead wasn't uncatchable though, and closing in fast was the agile Melges 32 named Uka Uka, clearly taking advantage of the light conditions in which these boats are so well suited. The fleet was spread out along the Aegean Sea on the first upwind leg, with many opting for the right side of the course, keeping the boats away from the shore. But the winds soon died out, slowing down the pace of the race and putting an emphasis on tactics amongst the crews. The Ukrainian first had an early lead, but before the team reached the first mark, the wind shifted to the right, giving the boats behind a chance to hoist their spinnakers and play catch-up, which is exactly what they did, beating first to the mark. Following yesterday's performance, it came as no surprise that one of the boats that overtook the Ukrainians and led the rest of the fleet to the mark was the Volvo 70 Black Betty. But the surprise of the day came for one of the smallest boats in the fleet, the 25-foot Ruffles that was following close behind the leader. The ultra-lightweight boat was clearly benefiting from the fickle conditions, leaving the heavier boats that found it harder to accelerate far behind as it headed to the finish line. The rest of the fleet was looking almost motionless, with the spinnakers barely filling the air and the boat slowing up dramatically. This brought the fleet closer together and made for a challenging mark rounding as the boats attempted to make a clean go of it. Once the boats had rounded the mark, all eyes were on the horizon, and it was looking promising as signs of a breeze began to show and the wind filled in slowly, finally upping the pace of the coast race. With Black Betty securely in first place, the interest lay further back in the fleet, with Ruffles leading the pack at great speed, her crew hoisting their spinnaker and powering across the finish to take second place. Next over the line was Uka Uka in third place, a great achievement for the crew who wasted no time in celebrating their good performance. With 2 races sailed, there's still another 2 that remain before the 24th MIRW International Race Week reaches its finale. Tomorrow, the fleet will race inside the MIRW Gulf for an inshore race. The racing is expected to be faster, closer, and undoubtedly action-packed, so make sure you join us again to get the highlights.